Let's move on and talk to Manan Shah, Managing Director at Manan Infra. The stock is gaining smartly in trade. The recently declared results show that almost doubling of profits this quarter. Manan, afternoon and thanks so much for your time. The street wants to know that the kind of improvement in your profitability which you have displayed this quarter, how much of this is sustainable? What's the visibility on for the next few quarters?
So the projects we intend to launch, we've got a couple of them in the pipeline in the upcoming quarters, right from a Tardev project to a Ghatkopar project and a Villepale project. So we see a quite a good pipeline in the forthcoming quarters, and we easily see sustaining these kind of margins also, because there's a lot of projects which are due to be launched yet, and the realization is going to be in the next near future. So margins, I'm not worrying about. We have a comfortable margin of 15 plus 20+% depending on the EPC sector to the real estate sector. And we seem to be comfortably sustaining it and even probably growing it in the near future.
Sure. Manan, I know this is a yearly phenomenon and not really new to us, but these monsoons that we are having in Maharashtra, do you think that's going to impact the execution at least in this quarter?
I don't see a complete stop down, but yes, a little bit of water loggings and all does impact a few site visits and some execution. But we've got all the infrastructure in place where we don't see anything impacting, the quarterly execution capabilities. So we've been equipped well enough, which should not be an issue for us.
Manan, in this quarterly results presentation which you have shared on the exchanges, you categorically mentioned the focus on creating shareholder value going forward. Can you scratch that point a little more for us and talk to us about the levers you're going to press to ensure value creation for shareholders?
So see, there are a couple of things which we've put in focus. The number one thing is we've always been delivering all the projects well before time. So we're not worried about the confidence of our buyers when it comes to buying of the apartments. Secondly, the projects that we've undertaken are at fantastic locations and are at all premium locations, right from Ghatkopar to Tardev to Villepale, adding to a lot of revenue in the forthcoming quarters, where we are seeing a huge pipeline of launches coming in every quarter, in fact. So all of these things will consolidate and bring down to a better revenue, stable margins and sustainable growth, where we see an overall impact on the shareholders' value creation.
And quickly, Manan, before we let you go, in terms of the order book, what does the visibility look like? And in terms of the profits, last year the figure was close to around 260 crore. What's the internal projection for profits this year?
So the order book currently that we have is around 1,265 crores. And we are eyeing to bag a few more orders which are under the pipeline in the tender bidding process. And there are a couple of projects which are yet to be launched. So if you see an overall consolidated basis, we are comfortably going to surpass the profits that we had clocked last year. I wouldn't be able to put down the exact number right now, but we are very confident on surpassing the numbers that we clocked last year.
Manan, we'll let you go on that note. Thank you so much for making time and speaking with us. But apart